Yeah, I think one of the other challenges is cybersecurity is relatively new for MedTech. I think nobody really thought about it before the FDA changed the guidance in September 2023. A couple companies did, but now it's a requirement. I think the challenge is if I'm looking at a roadmap and I'm a startup, I've got blocks of time on the roadmap for like, okay, I'm going to do my biocompatibility study in these 2 months on the roadmap or this quarter. I'm going to do the sterilization study this quarter. And I think some people try to put cybersecurity into one of those blocks. Like this quarter, we're going to do cybersecurity. But I don't think cybersecurity is really a one and done sort of thing. It needs to be more iterative. But it's hard to put something iterative on a roadmap, if that makes sense. So what do you suggest about that? Or do you even agree with that?
I think that manufacturers are, they plan for certain areas in certain quarters. Like we'll use biocompatibility. Manufacturers, sure, they're doing all the testing, they're getting that validation, and they're getting the approval in a certain section, but they're planning for it ahead of time. They're saying, hey, we probably shouldn't use lead-based paint on this product. That's going to cause some problems when we go through the biocompat testing. And so they are making conscious design decisions to get through that hurdle. But like biocompatibility used to be the big bad boogeyman before cybersecurity. It was the difficult.
It was the big bad boogeyman.
Every RA I talk to says that was the hard thing to get through before cybersecurity became the hard thing to get through.
And now cybersecurity is the big bad boogeyman.
Exactly.
BBB, big bad boogeyman. Okay, the triple B.
There you go. So before, they had all these problems saying, yeah, this device is safe to be used around humans because people were building with maybe an unsafe product or a certain battery or a chemical, whatever it was. But now cybersecurity is the problem. And after biocompatibility was such a big deal, people started to figure it out. Okay, we need to design it with these products. We need to have, our emissions testing needs to be proper. Everything needs to be built into spec from the start. I think we're getting there with cybersecurity. And eventually, hopefully down the line, developers are going to say, okay, we're starting on this product. In the same way, we don't want to use lead-based paint. We don't want to use Log4j from 2011. That's going to introduce risk into our system.
How long do you think it took the industry to make the changes based on biocompatibility, though?
With how long it's taking for cybersecurity, I would say too long. It's taking a while for cybersecurity. We aren't seeing too much change right now. We're seeing people go, oh, yeah, that's a problem. Hopefully someone knows how to deal with it. And it's been, it's coming up on 2 years now that this has been a problem for people. So I don't think it's going to become a new shift anytime soon.